Well, hello there guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate and this is Chasing Kate, and today I have a super exciting video, my welcome back video. Today we are going to be going over one of my favorite things in the whole world, thrifting. I'm super excited. Over the last couple of months, while I have been dealing with some personal things and figuring out what I want this channel to be, and then also spending probably way too much money than I should, I have been doing kind of some collective shopping. And so today we are going to look at everything that I've gotten during that time, and I am thrilled because not only do I get to show it to you guys, but now I get to put it away. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I have to talk about it and then put it away. And then once it's put away, we're good. So this is gonna be kind of a like mix match, just I have clothes, I have shoes, I have jewelry, I have housewares, I have kind of a bit of everything. So I'm super excited to get into it. So let's do just that. Real quick. Okay. If you hear my fan or cicadas outside, no you don't. Thank you very much. Alright, so the first thing I actually want to share with you guys is the top that I'm wearing. As long as I get the hair off of it, okay? This top I found at a consignment store in Alaska when I was there over the summer, and I absolutely love this shirt. It's just like a denim button down, but it's not a button, it's a half zip, and I just think it is so nice. It feels great, it looks great on. You can dress it up, you can dress it down. I'm just wearing it with this black skirt that I have on today and some very simple jewelry on, but I absolutely love this shirt. I think it is super cute, and it's just one of those, like, you just put the shirt on and the shirt kind of completes the outfit. You know, you don't have to do a lot with everything. Wear it casual, wear it however you want, but I am super happy that I found this shirt because it is so cute. And then the second thing that I got while we're still on clothing is this guy right here, this lady, this lovely little lady. This is a shirt, and it's like a 3/4 length sleeve shirt, kind of like this gray, yeah, it's gray. This gray shirt, and then it has these really fun buttons. These are not working buttons, they are just for decoration, and looking at this it kind of gives me like grandma art teacher vibes, but I'm not mad at that. I'm really trying to find my style right now, and we're just kind of playing around with certain pieces of clothing. So I found this and I thought that again it was something that I could maybe dress up or dress down, and yeah, I just liked it, okay? And now moving on from that, I have a couple of pair of shoes. The first pair of shoes that I have are these little sandals. They're kind of just like a very small wedge sandal, like a cream base with this like metallic champagne snakeskin print on it, and then these gold details right here, these gold circles, I don't know. But I saw them and I was just like, you know what, those look comfy, but also they look pretty cute, and I'm trying to find things that can last me for a few years to come. They are ever so slightly on the small side, but I got them anyway because I didn't want to pass them up, so there's those. And then to go almost completely opposite of that, I bought this pair of heels. So these are like what I would kind of relate to like a dressy flat, but they're not a flat, they're a heel. They're actually this block heel, but they were just cute. And this little scallop detail at the front. I've actually already worn these. I wore these a couple of times to dinner while we were on our cruise this summer, and these came in real handy, okay? I will say though, these run a little bit big on me, so there's a slight slip and slide when I wear these, but again, I make do. That is one thing that I actually struggle with when I'm looking for shoes for myself. I am like pretty much a 9.5 wide, and to find a 9.5 wide is few and far between. And then with how much different shoe brands can like shift, I range from like an 8.5 to a 10. So it kind of just depends on like the day, my mood, where the sun is in the sky, on how my feet want to be that day and what size they want to be. Now next up is this pair of actual flats. They look like this. This is probably not the most aesthetically pleasing way to show you these, but these are just some simple black flats. Have a very long tie-up string, so they look really nice over the foot, and then they kind of go up the leg a little bit as well. I'm not going to show you, so sorry. That's not free on this channel, but these are actually really comfortable to wear. You just have to actually tie them up. I tried to get away with just tucking them in the sides. Didn't work out in my favor that night, but I do really like these, and I think they were only like $6. And then lastly, for these shoes, I got this pair of chunk kind of platform sandals. I just thought they were really cute, kind of summery, and ended up being perfect for what I needed them for. But I will say they are just a little more scuffed up than I thought they were. I thought I could just rub it off, but it turns out that I couldn't. They're only like $5, so I'm not mad because they are on the sides where they're scuffed, so it's not directly on top of the, what do you call this? That part. I don't know. These are super comfortable to walk in, super cute, can wear them with a lot of things. Now moving on from clothing into accessories, I have quite a few accessories to show you guys. So the first thing that I got is actually this kind of little clutch wallet right here. This was one of my more recent purchases, and when I saw it, I fell in love with it. I just thought it was super cool. This side does have a couple flowers on it, which I'm not super in love with, so if I wear it out, it'll just be pretty much on this side. I'll have this side kind of tucked in towards me, but who knows, maybe one day I'll like the flowers. But I just thought it was super cool and super unique. There's not many people walking around with this little clutch that looks like this, so it is nice. It has two compartments, two zipper compartments, so no pockets on the inside, just these two separate pockets, but I just thought this was cute and just a fun little piece to have going out running some errands if I just want to have like not a lot on me. Just tuck it under the arm, you know? So I thought this was really pretty, and again, like $5-6. So to have a piece that's more unique like this, I'm happy to pay that price. Now, as we move into this next one, I think we can start sensing themes and repetitions in my life. So for this theme, we're sticking with clutches. I actually ended up purchasing this yesterday, and when I saw it, I was just like, yeah, it's in great shape. It's just this little clutch wallet. So it just opens with this little clasp here. It is an actual wallet, but I'm curious to see. She's tight, but I can fit my phone in here. So as long as I'm careful, I might be able to. But it also does come with this little strap if I wanted to just, you know, put it on my shoulder, tuck it under the arm. Probably not, because that tends to happen. My shoulders kind of round out a little bit more right here, so things tend to fall. But when I saw this, I just thought it was really pretty, and I'm looking into just accessorizing a little bit more. I feel like I have a fairly nice like capsule wardrobe started, and I'm trying to just accessorize a little bit and make my closet just a little bit more fun. This was only $6. It was $5.99. I like this. I like this a lot. Right now, this one I actually ended up finding just a couple days ago, last week sometime, and it was quite literally the first thing I saw when I went into the store. And for me, I was like, Caitlin, are you sure? Because it's the first thing you've seen. Yes, I was sure. So this is her in all her glory. I don't even know what kind of print to kind of call this. Not even really a print, but more so like a texture. It's almost like wannabe studs, but they're not studs. But it's just this cute little purse, and it actually is massive on the inside. So there are not one, not two, but 3 compartments inside this purse. And then the front just, it almost looks like a keyhole. Slip that right in and it locks. It is just like the perfect size to just throw on over the shoulder, a running around bag, an everyday bag where you don't need like a ton of stuff, but almost like a Mary Poppins bag with the compartments in here. Thought it was super cute. And it's actually funny, the woman that was checking us out, she had rang up my sister, and I hadn't set my stuff on the counter yet. She was like, oh, you're buying stuff, that's from here. I didn't even realize because it went so well with your outfit. So this was a really good find. It does have a little bit of wear and tear up top, just some kind of roughage going on up here, but I actually really like it. I think it looks great with denim. I was wearing a black dress and a denim jacket that day, and it looked great with that, so I'm super excited to get some wear out of this, and this will be coming with me on a trip coming up soon. Alright, so now is where all of the little pieces come into play, all of the jewelry that I have collected over the last few months, and honestly, this is probably one of my more favorite things to talk about, one of my more favorite things to go looking for, specifically at thrift stores, consignment stores, because they are just, you find some great pieces, unique pieces, and I love being able to find like hidden gems that a lot of people don't have. It's one thing about me, I'm starting to get into wearing jewelry a little bit more, but I don't feel like I can wear the same things that everybody else wears. Like, it just doesn't fit me. So finding some pieces that are actually like kind of fitting for my style, for whatever style that may be, because even right now I don't know. It's just fun hunting for these pieces. So let's get into the jewelry, shall we? Alright, so for the first piece, this is either, if not my favorite, one of my favorite pieces that I've gotten, but it is this dual chain necklace with this silver heart at the bottom, and it is so chunky and just rough and edgy and just, I love it. I love it. I spotted this at the same consignment store in Alaska, and I think this was like $3. So I spotted the heart first, and then I realized all of the chain that came with it, and I actually ended up wearing this the next day because it's gorgeous. I just love this, and where do you see pieces like this? It fits, which is nice because I have a big head, big neck, so a lot of things don't fit around here super easily, but this just looked like it fit me. You know, just me as a person. So I love this. It was a great buy, and I can't wait to wear it more. Alright, now next on the chunky chain trend, this was one of my more recent purchases as well, but again, this is why I say I don't know if that one is my favorite, because this one is also one of my favorites. So this is just a super fun, thick silver chain, and just, I can't describe how much I love this necklace. Again, I have already worn this, but it is just this necklace with this, I don't know what these are called, I'm not fancy like that, but this kind of closure up in here where you put it through like so. This does run just a little bit tight on me. I wish it was just a little bit longer. Like if it had one more link to it, it would be great. But again, I saw it, I had to have it. I had to have it because look at it. It's gorgeous. Alright, and then next up I got this set of bangles right here. They are attached, but I have no idea if you're supposed to take off this right here. So I have worn these all together with this on. If you're supposed to take this off, let me know, because I have no idea. Funny story is these do not fit on my right hand. They fit on my left, and only my left. And even then, it's a little questionable getting these on and off, but I do really like them. They're just simple silver bangles, and you can never go wrong with those. Alright, so the next thing I got was this pair of earrings. I feel like these have been all over for at least a few months, but I haven't been able to find some that I actually liked or were worth the price. These were only $5 at an antique store. It was a small business, so I felt good supporting this, and they are just these giant silver kind of teardrop earrings, which I love me a good statement earring, so I am super happy with this purchase. And then I also got these. So these are kind of like gold and silver, but they are just these little kind of short dangles, kind of, I want to say almost like Aztec-y, but they kind of remind me of door knockers a little bit, but like fancy door knockers. So I don't know, I just really liked them, thought they were pretty. Again, a nice little statement with your hair up. I don't know, they were just cute. They were cute, okay? Alright, and now for some fun stuff. So, you know those giant like thrift jars of jewelry or giant bags? Yeah, so my sister and I bought 2 of those. And this is what I walked away with and was actually happy about. So to get into these, first up we have just this simple gold bangle right here. This I was actually pretty surprised that it fit my wrist, but it does nicely. It's not gonna fall off, but it's not too tight either. And I really liked the color of gold that this is. I'm very picky on my golds. I wear mostly silver jewelry, so having some gold is nice to kind of incorporate, but it's gotta be the right gold. That's why my watch is dual tone, so I'm very picky on my golds. So this was a nice one. It has absolutely no scuffs, no scratches, just super pretty and simple. So that was a cute little find. Right, and then next was this pair of earrings. These are from Main Street. I don't know. Just these silver kind of sparkly block earrings. I did not like these when I saw them, and then I put them on and I was like, you know what, they wouldn't be terrible. So just a fun little everyday earring if you're wanting to jazz up an outfit just a little extra. Now these are just going to be a couple of charms that I found. I am collecting just certain DIY craft project stuff. I'm getting into scrapbooking and just like a lot of DIY artistic-y kind of things. Artistic-y is not a word, I am fully aware of that, but it's my word for the day. So I got just a couple of these charms, and then to go with that, just a couple other charms, just little, these remind me of, what are they called? The like New Orleans symbol. What is that called? I'll put it right here. But yeah, just cute little charms. You never know when you're gonna need it. Same with these. So these are actually just two little horse heads. I don't know, you never know when I might be in the mood to make a horse charm bracelet or something, or make something for one of my nieces that ride horses. So next I got this just little pin right here. I thought she was really pretty. Again, just kind of collecting random little tidbits throughout my time here on Earth, because you never know when you might just want to DIY something. So just kind of like a Victorian-esque pin with a pretty girl on it. So I also got this other pin, which I thought was gorgeous. It's just this stone and then kind of a scalloped border around it, but super pretty. It looks like something my grandpa would have made, so I really like that. Then up next is just this blue beaded necklace. I actually tried this on. It is kind of like a choker, but I really like the blue on it, so I think this will be fun to layer and just kind of, you know, get more into color. I'm not super into wearing a lot of color. If I do, it's very neutral things, but I actually ended up really liking this, so I'm happy with this one. All right, so this next one is another charm, and I could not resist. I have to find somewhere to put this, but it's a dinosaur, and I love it. It just reminds me of Jurassic Park, and I love everything about it. So if I put it on a necklace, an earring, a hat, I don't know, but this will be going somewhere sometime in the future with me, so I love him. All right, so then I got these blue kind of, I don't know, they remind me of a shell with like the lines, the scallops on them, but just these kind of like half hoops, kind of shorter, chunky half hoops, but they're blue, and I just thought they were cute. Again, just, you know, why not? Trying to get more into accessorizing a little bit differently. So there's those. Don't fall. Another pair of earrings. So these are just like a simple gold stud, not stud, a hoop, just kind of like a small hoop, but these just looked like very elegant to me, something my mom would wear, so I might even see if she wants these, but they look really nice. Again, a nice gold color. I cannot express to you how much a nice gold just like lightens my soul. It's beautiful. And then this one is just a little not pendant, but it has a little, is it a pendant? I don't know. What is this called? It's just, yeah, it's this. It's a heart, okay? It's a heart with kind of like some filigree around it, but I liked it because this actually has my middle name engraved on it, so whoever had this before me, we are just, I guess it was meant to be. comment down below what you think my middle name is, and I'll tell you if you're right, because it's one of the more common ones, but I love it. Lastly is this last pair of earrings. These are something I probably wouldn't normally go for, but they are just these kind of like chunky studs. They have this like purple stone in the middle, and that is typically why I would not have picked these out for myself. But again, I did try them on. They are cute, but it's just a gold outer layer and then a purple stone. I am not the biggest fan of purple, to be quite honest. I would rather wear brown or yellow than wear purple, so if that says anything. But I'm trying, okay? I'm trying, so. And then minus a few earring backs, that is everything I took away from our thrift jars. So that is it for the jewelry. We are just about wrapped up here, but I have just a couple of homeware things that I'm going to share with you guys, which again, super excited. So actually this was a purchase that I got yesterday as well, but it is just this beautiful, this beautiful cross right here. I just saw it and was in love. It's got some rhinestones on it, as well as a pearl in the center, kind of like to think of like mother of pearl, Mother Mary. But I just thought this was really beautiful. This is probably going to find a place up here on my gallery wall somewhere. I'm just not sure exactly where, but I just love this, and it was $3, so I think that's a good little deal. It's definitely sturdy, and I think this is gonna follow me wherever it can. Alright, and so I actually ended up buying a couple of picture frames. I'm actually pretty impressed with the frames that I got. It's hard for me to find frames that I personally like. I don't like just simple black or white frames. I like there to be like some sort of pizzazz, and I'm also not super into colored picture frames either, like red or blue or purple, but maybe further down the line, not really sure, but as of right now I just kind of like the neutrals. This one I got, and I actually love this like half moon shape, but I just thought it was super pretty, and I have a very specific idea in mind for this one. So I am super stoked. Again, this should be one that is going up on my gallery wall here shortly, but I just have to figure out a way to hang what is going to be in here, but I am super looking forward to getting this up. All right, then I got not one, but two more frames here. They are just these pretty, you know, I'm really trying not to show you the reflection because I'm gonna be real honest, there's a mess to the left of me. But they are just super pretty. This one is kind of like a dual tone, brown and black. I don't know. I really like frames. I have ideas that I want to put up with these. Again, kind of in the gallery wall scheme of things, but I really like these. All right, now last but certainly not least, this has to be one of my most favorite purchases. I was kind of upset. Aldi a few weeks ago, a month ago maybe now, had a couple of items that there was like a giant magnetic checkerboard and then a giant magnetic tic-tac-toe, and then they had the word signs, whatever those are called. This like you just, I'll show you. It looks like this, okay? So they had a bigger one of these, and I was seeing a lot of people use them as like welcome signs in their home. And I have an idea. A pea wanted to just hop right on out. I have an idea of what I want to use this for later in life. I will still probably use it now, but I got super excited when I found this for $3, mind you. But this one has something that the Aldi one does not, and that is lights. Look how cool this is. Oh, I love it. So I have no idea what I'm going to write on here, what saying I'm going to have displayed, but I am super excited to use this, to have it in my home, and just see what sayings I'm going to come up with. So I love it. Alrighty guys, so that is actually everything that I have for this haul. I love absolutely all of the pieces that I have. I love being able to find these hidden gems, and just, it's like spotting things in the wild, you know? You never know what you're gonna find, and it's just such a joy to bring them home and just have them be a part of you now and know that they are about to be so loved, and they probably were so loved, and now it's just that whole one man's trash is another man's treasure kind of thing. And I just love that we are able to find such cool and unique pieces in life. So that'll be it for today. Let me know, what was your favorite thing from this haul? Again, I think it might have to be my necklaces. It really might. I don't know. I love everything, but let me know down below what you think your favorite is, what your favorite things are to find at thrift stores. If you guys have any other video ideas that you would like to see from me, I definitely have a lot of ideas written down, and I'm very excited to get working on them. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but I'm just ready, you know? I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be sharing things with people again, and looking forward to what the future holds with this channel. So thank you again so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe. It takes nothing but just one little click, and it really does help the channel. I have some plans, and I'm just praying to God that somehow, some way they'll work out. So thank you again one last time so much for watching. I hope you have a great day with whatever you're doing. God bless you guys, and I will see you in my next video.